7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0.
Greetings, everyone. This is me again, Zara Berserk. This time, we haven't fixed the time, but I think we're going to have a special guest here, Houston Euler. Sorry, I forgot to mention his name here. I'm going to rectify this mistake later on after the live stream has ended and processed. So I'm going to put his name here as a special guest. Okay, I hope you can hear me loud and clear, just checking. Okay, I hope you can hear me loud and clear. Huh? It's loud and clear. So I'm not prepared for this as usual. We're going to have an off-cuff kind of discussion with Houston Euler here in the live chat. Sorry, I can't invite him to talk, so I apologize for that. Not feeling too well for that. And so leaving the hard work to Houston Euler. Okay, he asked me to check about reasoned answers when I was there and what Thaddeus had said to me, which made me leave his channel, unsubscribe, and the live stream altogether. So I couldn't find that. It's very strange. I couldn't find it. I don't know why. So not to dwell too much on that. I couldn't find my videos, so I couldn't find which live stream, and I don't want to go there. And because my case is very complicated, so I suspect people and mention them have live streams. I suspected, I was Salahuddin in the beginning. Like I said things, made videos. Then he came in a very, very good way, and so I told him if he keeps saying that he doesn't agree. Then he was agreeing to some of my things. I was showing him on Islam through the Quran ayats. And these kind of things. And I might be right about certain people, might be absolutely wrong about certain people. The Thaddeus channel that Houston Euler, I don't know why he brought it up again. I haven't asked him why he did that. The thing is that I was there as an ex-Muslim, and I was genuinely into the asking questions because I needed answers. I thought maybe in the end, Mary, where Thaddeus was, they would reply or something, but they just started to answer me in the live chat, and then he said something like it would be his pleasure that I leave and all this. He was irritated, aggravated by me, and that was shocking to me, right? But sorry, I can't show you, can't go there. I don't have the health and things to. Hello, good evening, Juhi Chawla. Oh, that's a Indian actress's name. A very good evening to you, Juhi Chawla and Qayamat Se Qayamat Tak movie. So, are you the Juhi Chawla? And Houston Euler was saying, like, I asked him, aren't you being critical? So he said, no, he's pointing out the fallacy of the atheist or the scientist Richard Dawkins, and that what he has said, what Richard Dawkins has said, is generally agreed upon by all atheists. So, what I was, so let's see, can we also, like, I hope he doesn't get upset with me because we need to critically examine every religion like I've examined my religion, and I'm not much prepared for Christianity, but we'll take it as it goes with when Houston Euler comes here. Um, so like that, right? And I'm not very articulate, so please bear with me, and thank you for bearing with me. And we'll be making mistakes and all this. So, like the atheists, they could be prone to making mistakes and contradictions and trial and error, through learning through trial and error, correcting their mistakes. It's not written in stone for them. So we can be on that side, even if they make a fallacy, even if they kind of give us a fallacy. The thing is that in religion, religious scholars cannot afford to do that, right? And then we've seen scientists, atheist scientists also, working on what has been discovered by Darwin, and they agree to the evolution theory, or it's now fact established. So, what is atheism? Like I was telling here, Houston Euler, that this Ghalib Kamal would tell his scholars that because of the lack of belief in the existence of God, because of the lack of proof in the existence of God, we don't believe in God's existence. So, looking at the definition, it doesn't only say that there is no evidence of God. This is a very precise kind of a definition of atheism: disbelief in the belief of the existence of God, or lack of disbelief. So it can, in atheists can have, in atheism, it's lack also. Like because there's lack of evidence, and this is what Ghalib Kamal has been giving his scholars who question him about this. And he says there's no fallacy in this. Because there is lack of proof of the existence of God, so lack of belief in the existence of God or gods. That's all. Doubt is there. So some atheists can call themselves totally like disbelievers in God, in the existence of God also, and lacking belief or lack of belief in the existence of God or gods. So because the proof is lacking, and you can I don't mean to criticize or anything, we're just bringing out fallacies. So you can bring out fallacies against you see, this is what I thought, being a truth seeker now, and even as a Shia Muslim, I mean, if this would come to my mind when I was a Shia Muslim, say yes, you're right, lack of belief in the existence of God. That's why the disbelief in the existence of God. And then you can have doubts, skepticism, and all this. We cannot, where we are religious, how can we point out the logical fallacies in scientists' statements and whatnot, although they have given us a lot, contributed a lot. Another thing Houston Euler said, just a minute, it's getting very cold, all of so I just have to put the AC off. So another thing, if you can hear me, yeah, I've checked that this Bluetooth mic is very good. So I proudly showing off, I guess. But no, I did go to put the AC off a little bit. It's getting slightly hot in the nights, but very nice in the early, very cold, kind of cold in the early morning, very good. So, So no, can we be criticizing free thinkers, all these heresy people? When what Houston Euler said was that God has in Christianity, like that's why we have scientists. We encourage scientists because God has. I don't mean to have a smirky smile or anything, huh? I don't know what this is. So no sarcasm. I don't like to apply all these things, irony or sarcasm that I found tedious and very bad way. Such people applying it on me when I was on their live stream once. Once he did it, I was there for many times, but once when he did that, I left. So like to have a friendly, honest discussion, right? Maybe it's too early for Houston Euler. He comes around 10 o'clock, but I've come here early thinking I might get him, or let's see, maybe the next time he might join me here. If he wants to talk, then I can come back if he comes back before I leave this live stream, because I am very tired. And I came earlier because I don't know, I'm really tired. Oh, here he is, Houston Euler. Hey, I heard the caller briefly, and their volume is much lower than yours. Which caller, briefly? Hello, Houston Euler, waiting for you. The special guest is here. So I heard the caller briefly, and their volume is much lower than yours. Uh-huh. So this is really good, huh? Finally, I found something. It's like a box here on my chest. It's not like a mic, and it's very good. If people want this, I got it. What? This is finally I got this. Oh my God! I've been like up and about looking for this. It's lights are very dim here because my eyes can't take much. You were talking briefly to someone around 5-10 minutes ago. No, I was just live stream generally to people. Just started on this topic until waiting for you to join. So you said that all this about Richard Dawkins' fallacy statement. You're just pointing out the fallacy. You're not criticizing, and of course, in this academic thing, uh, understandable, very well said, that we're not criticizing, we're just bringing out contradictions, fallacies, and all this. So I was just saying that that's wrong because for the atheist side, I was talking. So can you hear me? This is SX31, 100% original. Acha. So can you hear me? Why do atheists say, oh my God, if they don't believe in God? Oh no. Peter to apologetics, that's just even Jiddu Krishnamurti would say, oh my God, you people. But it doesn't mean that God exists. It's just, I say Allah now. Am I a Am I a Muslim still? Doesn't make it make people believe. This is such a straw man. What do you call that? Such a lame argument to put against that. Yeah. God, oh my, yeah, I think the atheist should say, oh my goodness, rather than, oh my God. That would be better. But sometimes my slip, Allah, Allah, pain, Allah. So I say Allah, Allah. Why do I say Allah, Allah when I'm now an ex-Muslim? Houston Euler says, I don't remember saying Dawkins was doing a fallacy. No, one of his, the fallacy I was talking about when people say absence of evidence means that is evidence of absence. Yeah, and do you remember, I thought also on this you were saying generally yes, because I was telling you about Dawkins, this statement, and I thought you were saying that this is also a fallacious statement. Dawkins has this thing on assumption, or oh my gosh. Well, they must have been Christians before and all this, right? So are you going like please give them a break on that at least, right? This is a lame thing to bring out against them. Very, very lame. And then Peter to apologetics, Christianity has nothing much to stand on really either, like Islam, all these religions. So when it says in the Old Testament, like I can't deal with two people. People, sorry, you can go on, but I might ignore you. Peter to apologetics, please don't mind. Houston Euler, I think you said that here, was it Harith Sultan and Pandit? Here, when I gave the statement of Richard Dawkins, there is mystery but new magic, and mysteries are all the more beautiful. Please don't get upset with me, like Thaddeus was, right? So here, I thought about this also. You said that in the statement, Richard Dawkins has made a fallacy or assumed, has also made an assumption. Yeah, absence of evidence means that evidence, well, there is some absence, right? There is some absence. So what about the absence of evidence, Houston Euler? What about the absence of evidence? And another thing you said yesterday was that scientists, that's why we had scientists. What was it? You put it very well, you're in English. That, oh my God, has become an idiom. And even some Christians don't like to say it. Since the overuse of the phrase becomes taking God's name in vain. Yeah, this is what my Christian teacher would tell me in Karachi American School. When I would say, oh my God, Miss Decide, she would say, don't take God's name in vain. Right? But for the Muslims, it's not like that. We can take God's name like, oh Allah, oh my God, Allah. What you're saying against me? I didn't mean it like this, or oh my God, like it's just an expression, and maybe we've learned it from like some atheists. They have the parents. It's a society. It's inevitable, or maybe they've learned it from their parents as children, and something you learn before the age of 7 or what, it gets engraved in you. You can't. But I don't know how they came out of Christianity or Judaism. Richard Dawkins, someone was saying, I don't know, Sam Harris's mother or father, Richard Dawkins also, and were from Judaism. So it's just an idiom. Peter to apologetics. This is just too small to discuss. But yet, we can thank you for the answer, this very good answer Houston Euler gave. That even you Christians who say it should not be saying it, because you're saying God's name in vain by saying, oh my God, in a debate, or where I learned, Jesus Christ, what are you saying? Or Pete's sake, it is all in Britain, living in England in my childhood years, or from my father. My father says, Jesus Christ, does it mean that he's never been a Christian in his life? And he says that he told me that he would, if Imam Hussein would not be there in Shia Islam, he would have been a Hindu, not a Christian. Because he thought I was going for mass and all this, so I might become a Christian. Oh, Houston Euler. Oh, okay, here. So in this Houston Euler, you must have, sorry, maybe I got you wrong here. So this is a honest, friendly discussion. If you call me out, if you find I'm being sarcastic. So in this Houston Euler, you must call me out if you find me. Let's have it a very honest, friendly discussion. Like wherever we see fallacies, even in religion, religious beliefs, Christianity is Houston Euler's religion. Islam is mine, especially Shia Islam, but now I know a lot of the Quranites and all this. Well, I was saying before, older pagan religions thought that everything that happened in nature was caused by, number one, of various pantheon deities causing rain, wind, earthquakes, etc. Yes, that. So with the Houston Euler says with Christianity, the belief in free will meant that God did not micromanage the creation. So there was now motivation to find the laws of nature that causes everything to happen. Yes. Well put. Yeah. So he's helping me on that. Yeah. Again. Yes. So you see, I object because I think that God should have spoon fed you, told you everything about nature and the laws behind it, how it works, not kept to you, for you to find out. Free will. I've done a thing on free will also, Christian free will. Sorry, Christianity free will. So the thing is that there's a Bible verse, right, which says, do not rely on your understanding or judgment. Do not rely. So here, on your own understanding Bible verse, right? Proverbs or Proverbs. Paragraph 3, verses 5 and 6. Trust in the Lord with all your heart and lean not on your own understanding. In all your ways acknowledge him, and he will make your path straight. Sorry, this here means that you can't even use your mind to find out. Oops, why did I? Oh. So what you told me yesterday and put it in words here again, it goes against the Bible verse here, Proverbs, in Proverbs. Paragraph 3, 5, and 6. Oh, I used to know how to say it when I had the Bible a long time ago. And now when I need to say it properly, I can't. So here, that's why God needs to give you everything. You need to be spoon-fed by God. Do not trust in your own heart or, do not do not trust in your understanding, your reasoning power, your mind. What do you say about this? Houston Euler? So waiting for Houston Euler to answer since I'm talking and he can't talk here. So I apologize for that. This isn't talking about scientific knowledge. It's talking about the source of right versus wrong. Really? Like, do we have to limit it to what it's just talking about right and wrong? No, it should be talking about the entire. You see, if you're saying it's not talking about scientific knowledge, then where does God tell you that seek scientific knowledge? Give me the verse from the Bible. So we can make it clear, right, that God wants us to search for scientific knowledge. So waiting for Houston Euler to reply. Do you really think that this is not talking about seeking, it's just talking about the source of right and wrong. Could the mind be the source of right and wrong? Does any kind of God help us in our bad situation? Brigadier Pratap is here. Welcome, Brigadier Pratap. Gee. um, so, isn't it like haphazard, not clear when to use your mind? What is this mind? I mean, I think the pagans have done a better, Hindus have done a better work on this. Like the complete consistency. Either you use the mind in everything or you don't use the mind, when to use the mind. Do I sound sarcastic and all this? I have this kind of, but Houston Euler, I'm not being sarcastic against you. It's just that these religions, I'm just fed up of them. They don't, and the God that the misleading about God and giving us half information and leaving us in puzzles, and like the Quran ayat says, use your knowledge, but then there are higher spiritual things which don't go with knowledge, which don't go with revelations. So on one hand, we have this revelations, and then Allah says to reflect on these ayats. If they are contradictions, you have to use your mind. Without a fight against enemy, not a single God will help us. Sorry, what do you mean about that? What do you mean by that? Uh, Without fight against enemy? My friend in London, a Hindu friend, said that Devi Jis have already conquered. The feminine energy also has conquered evil. Durga Ma, I found out later. She didn't tell me Durga, but she told me the Devi feminine energy has already conquered. Why not just enjoy what has been conquered by the feminine energy, the evil? All evil has been conquered. Houston Euler says the whole book of Proverbs is about the wisdom of how to live your life. It's not teaching how to plant crops, how to raise livestock, etc. Wisdom of life should have this also, I think, small things. This is also a wisdom in how to plant crops and how to raise livestock and etc. So this Houston Euler says proverb. Sorry, I disagree with what your reasoning is about Christianity, Houston Euler. Proverb 3 verse 7 says, "Be not wise in those own eyes, in thine own eyes." Sorry, fear the Lord and depart from evil. Sometimes you have to fight evil. So I'm sorry, I don't understand why you are. Is it about the evil thing? But the thing is that everything has wisdom. Planting a crop has wisdom in it. Raising livestock has wisdom in it. Don't you think so? In everything, there's God's wisdom. Oh God, I hope it won't be like I'm talking to Thaddeus here. Thaddeus, I thought he was an Iranian American, and I have my reasons to have be a little bit scared about Iranian Americans. Okay. Sorry, Houston Euler. There's a fallacy here in your. Are you a Muslim? I'm an ex-Muslim, Brigadier Pratap ji. Houston Euler is a Christian. Uh, sorry, uh, uh, has just told me that he's a Christian. Oh my God. Truth. I've prayed to God, my God, that truth comes out. What? Another example of how it's talking about wisdom, morals, and non, not technical scientific knowledge. Oh, no, I really, either I'm too daft, God needs to be a little, come down to my level to explain. Why didn't he come down to my level to explain to me? Why do you have to explain to me? Huh? That also. Sorry, I don't see it like that, right? The way you see it. There must be wisdom in everything, God. If there's in wisdom in just right and wrong, then there's so limited wisdom of God. Houston Euler, I'm sorry, but seems like another example of how it's talking about wisdom, morals, and not technical scientific knowledge. Why did Jesus kill by only 4 nails? Pardon? Brigadier Pratap, can you put this? He killed? He was killed. Why did Jesus kill? Jesus was crucified on the cross with how many nails? 1, 2, 3, 4. I mean, that's a big thing. Okay, he wasn't killed by just 4 nails. How he was crucified and hung on the cross for how many hours, and you slowly, what happens to you with that? You should know. Yeah, I don't want to talk about this painful. I'm already in a lot of pain. So, other religions, in other religions, not Hinduism, you have to be sure that God exists. You've been told God exists, and you can't make mistakes like the atheists do, or by fallacy. I can be wrong today and find out later on my thing is not carved like religious scriptures. You can't be wrong about this, or I give you, I can do that because I'm an ex-Muslim. I'm a truth seeker. How many times I heard Einstein, who failed and then with their scientific theory passed? How many times? How many times one scientist failed? So many times. He could have given up. At Brigadier Pratap, you can look to see how effective it was. Yes. Also look to see what scourge meant. Yes. Thank you. That's just stupid. Sorry. I don't mean to insult Brigadier Pratap ji. What do you mean by what? When you don't know these things, what are you doing here asking such questions? Please be sensible, understanding, kind. Yeah, like I could say, if someone hung you, no, how could a rope just, one rope hang you, kill you? How can one rope which you hang on the roof, that what do you call it? Try to do that. Don't try to do that. Just a rope. I didn't want to go into details because it can be quite gruesome. Yes, please don't. And sounds like the host wouldn't like that. Yes, I wouldn't like it at all. Thank you, Houston Euler. Brigadier Pratap says, then how did he become God? Now, how he was already God. Stick with 4 nails and then slowly death, then Pitama, Bhishma, had more potential than Jesus. I'm atheist. Okay. Please, one question at a time to Houston Euler. One question at a time. Houston Euler, please reply. One question at a time, Brigadier Pratap. How he was God and he died for the sins of, what was Pitama Bhishma's thing, potential? Did he come to die for the sins of men? You see, Krishna went away. You remember Brigadier Pratap? Kali Yoga has come for so many years. Krishna, Hindus believe, is God. How could Krishna die? But since you brought Pitama Bhishma, who must be a Hindu deity, or I've never heard of him, who is he? If you're coming from the Hindu side and you're an atheist, Brigadier Pratap, you obviously only have a cursory information of what the Bible says. The Bible says Jesus always existed as God and took human form briefly. Very well put, Houston Euler. Yeah. I could see because the questions, the way he's questioning is like definitely. So sorry, Brigadier Pratap ji, आप थोड़े अपने question, please, a warrior. You see, he came as a warrior in Mahabharata. So you cannot compare like this, na, Brigadier Pratap ji. And I, knowing this, I wouldn't question the Christians like this, even though I'm against Christianity. थोड़ा आप अपना bring your thing to, you know, raise your vibration. ऐसे कभी आप वो नहीं कर सकते ना, क्वेश्चन ऐसे नहीं करें, प्लीज डोंट क्वेश्चन पीपल लाइक दिस. Christians, I confess I don't know much about Hinduism and Buddhism, and some of that I probably mix between them, yes. Okay, yes, so as we confess, and I also don't know much, but I kind of guessed it, that Pitama Bhishma is a warrior. Did he fight against Arjun in Mahabharata? It's that Kurukshetra war. So you see, everyone has the different, what do you call that, places in life. And so it's a, please don't compare Jesus with Pitama Bhishma and the potential that Jesus had was less and this and that. Please. And I wasn't trying to argue the host into being Christian. I was just curious because Ex-Shia are rare. And if someone is going to not like Christianity, at least not like for what it really is. Two things. Houston Euler, I'm sorry, very rare Ex-Shias. Now there are very many Ex-Shias in Iran. I'm not the only one. There's rare before because maybe I know a Shia who was an atheist. He's passed away. But he didn't do these things. He was my aunt's husband. You see, he could have gotten killed. He chose to be quiet. He was hidden. He was an atheist hidden. How do you say it? Like if Shias say it, I didn't know this. If they want to leave their religion and they say it, they can be killed. I mean, seeing them on YouTube, there's mostly Sunni and ex-Sunni, yes. And even the ex-Muslims do a lot against, they show what the truth is against Islam, but mostly on Sunni Islam, hadiths and all this. But Shia and ex-Shia are rare here. Oh, thank God I'm an ex-Shia. Yes, so I know you didn't want me to, for this, of course not. You didn't want, thank you for calling me the host of what I am here. I'm a terrible host though. But so please bear with me. And if someone is going to not like Christianity, it's not liking, it's not a dislike or like. It's like, Houston Euler, why aren't you an atheist? Because you dislike Christianity? Sorry, because you dislike atheism and other religions, because you dislike Judaism. So it's not about dislikes or likes. Like you said when I told you that, aren't you criticizing atheism wrongly? Or, you know, your criticism of atheism is not valid. So you said, I'm just pointing out a fallacy, logical fallacy. So likewise, my thing is not dislike for Christianity. Just that seeing, yes, I'm disillusioned with the religions and kind of fed up now with some Christians to, the way they dislike, the way they bash Islam and Muslims. Also on Thaddeus's Mary Herb and all this, like they're very strong coming on against the Muslims. Like that. And Rob Christian. And how about if I tell you, why would you dislike paganism? Look, I don't care of anyone's religion, okay? Knowing that Christian is in chat, I gave him a question which is always round in mind. Okay, but Brigadier Pratapji, please, you don't care about anyone's religion. Very good. Meaning, he doesn't care how to put it in a proper way. Knowing that a Christian is in chat. Okay, I give him a question which always round up in mind. So anything bad happen, I'm sorry for that. Okay. He's okay. Houston Euler, Brigadier at Brigadier Pratap. I wasn't upset. I was just clarifying what Christianity was. Muslims often say Christianity does not make sense to them, followed by describing something that is not Christianity. Okay. So, please, let's now, let's see where we go with, you were saying something on Genesis and I left last night. Ah, sorry, I'll be moaning, groaning. I'm in pain. Uh, so, do you see Houston Euler? Can you see that the religions are in fallacy also? There is not enough evidence for God's existence. Not enough. Right? So, why not just be in that doubt? We don't know yet. Or say God doesn't exist because how many years has it been now? Human beings here on earth. And so many religions and God for every religion, their religion is true, their laws are true, and all this. You see that also put together in like the way I'm putting it, not so professionally. Um, all this, it doesn't make sense, right? For God to exist, at least a religious God to exist. So I kind of showed the Muslims, helped them to see that this God also, who says use reason and all this, and the intellect, high intellect of the Shias, has failed. Helping Ismailis also, and Ismaili Imam, with due respect. He's very nice. I can like kind of pick on him like this. I don't mean to be rude or presumptuous, but I have become. No, wait a minute. But I don't know why I've become rude and presumptuous and fed up. Maybe I'm fed up of all this lies, and maybe it's a mental illness or something. God exists in imagination. I wonder, could it be the psyche? Definitely the religious God is out, but everyone has their own imagination. I mean, if this was a true God, he's really played. You can't play like that with us, human beings. First, these different messengers, scriptures, then the Quran saying those other, they can be corrupted, and you see some things in which Deuteronomy, corruption, change. David, they chose David, you know, who they say who defeated Goliath, things like that. So I'm starting to think it's more than imagination. You can, yeah, maybe imagination and then some mental psyche problem. Which is quite dangerous. In my weakness, I could be, you know, taking help from Buddhists, and then, oh no, I have to. Do Buddhists believe in a God or not, or some energy? And then, I'll have to follow their ways, what Buddha gave them, if it was a cult. I would feel really guilty that I'm taking their help, but how can I not be a Buddhist? Then there's a contradiction in me, you see. Is Buddhism the one that has the Dalai Lama? There are many types of Buddhisms. One of them is Dalai Lama's, I think. Uh, you have so much vast knowledge. I thought you would be able to answer this. Houston Euler, Buddhism. Yeah. Brigadier Pratap says, sorry for interrupting. It's okay. It's okay. In Quran, Allah says that He is self-sufficient, but He made Adam with soil. Then, how can Allah become self-sufficient? I think we need to again, Brigadier Pratap. In an, I don't understand your like he's self-sufficient in what way? In creation, he says, in a way, yes, he says, I say be and it is in Surah Yasin ayat, and there's another such ayat. When Allah intends a thing, He says to it, be and it is. When Allah determines a thing, He says, be and it, or ek to qadar, ek to intent, one is intention, which is niyat, irada, and the other is maybe determination. But when Allah determines a thing, He says, be and it is. Like I was talking about the thing that how come Allah has given, I can't answer you like Houston Euler succinctly, but maybe we should give another example. You're right about this, but you've given a wrong example type. Like in Surah 11, is this, or 1? Surah, what's this? 112? Oh, sorry. Surah 112, Ayat 2, and Surah 3 ayat 59. Let me just check these surahs. Back to Islam. It's okay. So Surah, like I was giving, I'm not so good at explaining. Sorry. This Surah 112. What is in Surah 112? Ayat 2. Let's see. Surah Ikhlas. No. This forget. What's in this? Allah is one. Allah is capable of doing. This is. You're giving the wrong surah. Sorry. Let's just check what Surah 3 ayat 59. What's this now? Indeed, the example of Jesus in the sight of Allah is like that of Adam. He created him from. Are you talking about Jesus or Adam? He created him from dust, then said to him, "Be," and he was. Yeah, Brigadier Ji, ये थोड़ा Allah the sustainer needed by all. Yeah, like why did it take him 7-8 days to create, he says, heavens and the earth? So there's a process, we said there's a process, material process. But you see here, when he says, I caught him here, I don't know, I don't mean to brag, I'm also bad. There was a time I was terrible. And now let's see, Surah Kaun se Kiyama. A Christian prince would be good at answering you about this. Yeah, like why does he give material thing, evidence, proof? Allah as Samad means self-sufficient. Samad means self-sufficient. Yeah, he's self-sufficient, but creation is a different thing, right? Creation is not self-sufficient. So sorry, either I'm confused here. Maybe you have a point here. Very good. Houston Euler says the Quran also makes a claim that Jesus is not like Adam, saying Jesus was created using a spirit from Allah, which didn't happen for Adam. Yeah, there's this contradiction. Houston Euler says Sunnis say that this means Allah is not dependent on the physical creation, and many of them say that this means Allah cannot enter the creation. Yes. Well put. Brigadier Pratap, did you get your answer from Houston Euler? Succinctly put. Thank you for your help, Houston Euler. Sorry for Sorry for interrupting again. No, it's okay. But Allah is not self-sufficient because He need human for worship. Surah 51, ayat 53 or 56. He not need human for worship for Himself. He need human to worship Him for their own good. He doesn't need the praise and now I'm into drama, my accent. Brigadier Pratap, God did not need, Muslims will say, God did not need human to worship Him because He is lacking something. So all these answers I've contemplated on, and I've contemplated till Hussein, Imam Hussein and all this, where he says, oh God, you are so needless. And it's in that, it's in the evil. Why is there existence of evil? There's one article on that I'm not going there. Sorry. Houston Euler says you can also find video of Muslims agreeing that Allah descends to the lowest heaven. Yes, yes. Christian Prince, the night, every ex-Muslim even, and only Allah knows how that contradiction is resolved. But Allah says so. What does Allah say so? What does Allah say? He doesn't need. He says, "I created humans and jinns to worship me." But does Allah say because I need the worship? No. I've seen all this. You see. So this is philosophically all this. I wouldn't want to go into Shia Islam and break their. Already, I've broken them. So yeah, like they'll give me such high, like one Shia channel was like Haris Sultan doesn't know the ABCD of philosophy or what logic that he's look at Mullah Sadra, and they think that Mullah Sadra existentialism, look, he can't answer this, Haris Sultan can't answer this. Now, if you ask me what existentialism is, I can't answer you that. Who are the existentialism? What is existentialism? So they were bragging like that until I found out that Mullah Sadra was, what happened to Mullah Sadra? The Shia religious scholars, what did they do to him? They thought that Mullah Sadra, they're trying to show that Mullah Sadra is a Shia, thought, what do you call that, a philosopher and all this teacher. Mullah Sadra became a master of the science of his time. And all the Baha'is, maybe they, in Iran, they killed, sorry, I'm just being very bad, loosely put. He must have, Baha'uddin al-Amali and Mir Damad. Was this Baha'i? Sheikh Baha. Expert Islamic sciences. Return to Shiraz. The Maulanas, these religious Shia Maulanas, alims, rejected him, calling him a heretic, God knows what. Here, where is it? They don't know anything. Existence as reality. I mean, his work, when I read it in Karachi, I couldn't understand. It was very intellectual. But when Hindus told me about Shiva, and when I find out about in my own layman English, broken English thoughts, what? Shari Usul al-Qafi. So, Allah created so that he could be worshipped and to forgive sins. Yeah, he just created to play with people. Sorry, I'm being very bad. Then why he create? First of all, who are you asking? Hadith al-Qudsiya says that I love to be known or something. So I created Hadith al-Qudsiya. That like comes to the Hindu, one of the Hindu philosophies. Closer to that. Like I love to be known. I love to be known. That's why created. Like you are all my lovers, all of you. What I've created is for you to know that there is only love. Now you come to Radha Rani and all that. Allah created so that he could be worshipped, forgive sin. But Houston Euler, that Paradise Lost. Who? Dante? Who is it? Who wrote Paradise Lost? Forgive that original sin. When were we sinners? Houston Euler. I'll come back. I'll keep coming back to your question, Brigadier Pratap. At least Houston Euler has answered you through his Christianity. It's not just worship. If you find a list of the 99 names of Allah, and many of them require interacting with the creation, most merciful, guide, giver, life, etc. Yeah, his names, but never himself. Himself cannot be known. Yeah, just the names of Allah. You can just come close to the names of Allah. Glorify the name of Allah the Most High. Surah 87. Allah created so that he could be worshipped and to forgive sins. When did we sin? Houston Euler. Either Quran or Sunni Hadith says that if people would not sin, Allah would replace them with people who would sin. No. Quran says that those who love him, Allah, people did not sin? Please prove this, Houston Euler. What you have said here. Allah would give me the ayat, please. So Houston Euler says that based on that, David Wood had a stream showing how Satan is the savior of Islam. Yes, that stream I was in, but I went late. And I was like, yes, David Wood, yes. Because he prevented humans from being destroyed due to being sinless. Actually, I couldn't understand the stream, but I was like, yes, Dr. David, very right, very good. I was awake in the morning. He came with, apostate prophet. And I just didn't understand much, like how David would. But I was like, yes. I was there, agreeing to everything Dr. David Wood was saying later on. Not understanding, but saying, yes. Way to go, Dr. David. Tick tock, time to rock. Tick tock, time to rock. No, because I think what he meant was that he's asked Iblis to bow down to Adam at that high level down here. Please, Muslims, think at least that Iblis didn't do what he has told you not to do on earth. That poor Iblis. So I got it, I think. I think this is what Dr. David Wood was trying to say. But you see, even Dr. David Wood, very less on Shia Islam. He doesn't help. I don't think Christians will help. Because their religion, and you know how Miss Disa, and please come back. You, both of us, we believe in the Holy Family. We also have, like you have, the Holy Family. Jesus, Mother of Jesus, God, Father of Jesus, this, that. We also have the Holy Family, Fatima, Ali, Hassan, Hussein, Sahih Muslim. So based on that, from being destroyed due to being sinless. No, give me the surah ayat, please, Houston Euler. I don't want to go into these Sunni hadiths. Before going into the ayat itself, please. because I want to get the Shias also. I want to show them, because recently Majid and all, they've been saying, blaming, I think, the Americans. What does it have to do with the atheists and all this, right? That you killed 500,000 children in Iraq, meaning, I think, I said either Quran or Sunni Hadith. It was not the Hadith. Okay. So, so what the Americans are doing today, or may have done, and may have been doing for a long time, can we blame the Americans killing 500,000 children, Iraqi children? So politics has come in. Majid Nawaz, the reformer, you killed, or maybe the caller asked, so this is what they're doing. You killed 50,000, no, 500,000 children, right? Oh yeah, Sam Harris, you killed over 500,000 children. So this is from Pang Burn. Let me just see it here silently so I can, okay? Now you see, don't bring me in this politics of, so bringing religion in also, like Muslims can say, well, you Americans, what are they trying to do here? I don't know what you are trying to do. Oops, sorry. You killed over 500,000 children. Majid Nawaz Harris. Now Sam Harris and Majid Nawaz has to answer this question put forward to them. Right? Because Majid Nawaz is a reformer, Islamic reformer, and Sam Harris is an atheist. So they asked Sam Harris, the Muslims question Sam Harris at Pangburn. Over 500,000 Iraqi children, So they're bringing politics in this. So please don't bring politics here. It won't make your religion right. No matter, they kill us all, the Americans, they kill us all. They kill Russia, they kill China people, children. They kill us all. Your religion, Islam, Shias and Sunnis, all Muslims, is wrong, false. So please don't bring religion into this. That just because the Americans are killing us, they are the real terrorists. I said in Suits, I asked him, I said, give me a direct answer. Let me see if he'll give me a direct answer. Putting my country, Middle East, into trouble. Because, they'll have to pay. I said, are you telling me in words that, extra, here, in one of his live streams, are you telling us that America is a terrorist? So there was this in the Hindi thing. I said, sorry, a question I asked them, give justice. It was about America, India not with America. I saw India and USA, something like this, or America. I was there on the live stream, and Mr. Sood answered me, thank God. No, it had some, it had, oh God. So I asked them, I said, are you I mean, he was actually saying, in other words, that America is the terrorist hidden. Sallu Habib, what you want to prove us by your endeavors? What is your mission? My mission is very clear. I've kept saying it again and again, that I am helping Shia Muslims leave Islam and Muslims leave Islam. So please don't bring politics in this when I'm doing that. Habibi, no matter how hidden, how terrible America is as a terrorist, killing us, killing my father, killing my whole family, killing the whole world but their own people and themselves. Would it make it right to make America wrong? Would it make your religion right? Sallu Habibi, Habib, Sallu Habib. Time and again, if you go to my previous live streams, if you look at this, what am I saying? Why can't you understand what I'm saying? What do you want to say against me? That I'm a hidden agent? What do you want to say against me? What is my endeavor? I haven't made it clear to you. After leaving Islam, where do you go? Do you have any solution? Whether I have a solution, I don't have a solution whether I had it or I don't have it. I left Islam because I found it a false religion. Can you not accept that from me? Why? There are many other. There's Hinduism to go to. There's atheism. And you don't even have to go anywhere. You can be a truth seeker like I am here, saying, why do you need to go anywhere after leaving Islam? What is your problem with this? Why can't you get it? What kind of a question is this? What is wrong with you Muslims? You use Majid and Harris, Sam Harris, sorry. What is your problem here? You dishonest people. As if leaving Islam, there's no other religion to go to, nowhere to go to? Humans need society. Do you provide any? Humans need, no, they don't need societies. They need communities, not societies. They need each other. They need animals. Maybe they don't even need a society. They need, if it's only for survival, why do they need society? Do I provide any society? So just because this religion has provided you a society, it is okay, it's better for you to have this religion. Do you want to live like animal? Yes. Better to live like animal. And I didn't say that. Tarzan lived like an animal. What was wrong with Tarzan? Tarzan lived with animals. So if you want to say that humans need society, that's why you just have to cling to this religion, then go and cling to this religion. Let me live like an animal. And if you're now going to say that in this Middle East, which are they living in an Islamic banking society, or are they? Do they also have? Do they not interact in business? So you would say an Arab country, Muslim country is helping you. Yes, because most of my life I've been conditioned to live like this. And now I need help because my own Muslims did something against me. I think, I told myself long time ago, people like you who would come and rub it in, you are worse. You are no less than American terrorists. Because the Muhammad you believe in was one of the biggest terrorists. America is at least, it says it's a supreme power, not God power. But Prophet Muhammad exploited Allah. He was a warlord. He was a cult leader. Don't tell me there are no atheist societies in the world, communities, that humans on their own can't form communities. I'm a human, I could live with an animal. What is your problem? Better to live with an animal than be raped by Prophet Muhammad. At least an animal will not rape me. When they have wars, when monkeys have wars, do they go raping each other? They're captives, war captives. I think all the animals are better than Prophet Muhammad and what he taught, his Allah. So you want to live like that and have your daughter raped when as a captive woman of Prophet Muhammad? To live like what you say, it needs money. Without money, there is no life, what you say. There is life. We have made money important. Now, yes, now in reality, so Muhammad has given you money, Allah has given you money, or America is giving you money. If you Arabs, Muslims, because most of the Arab countries are Muslims, Islamic, right? If the Islamic countries didn't interact with the developed countries, where would they be? And without oil, where would they be? And now they also need foreigners to come. Because if when oil finished, money finished. Not that much money. So why are you bringing money in now? Yes, why can't we live on helping each other? One person earning, if you see another person, that doesn't have anything to do with religion. What are you talking about? Nonsense, this thing. This Nawaz, Majid Nawaz. You know how, I know what they're trying to lead you to. So your prophet needed money. The pagans were living with money. They were very rich. Khadija was a rich businesswoman before becoming a Muslim. What am I saying? What am I saying? Yes, all this is money needed, right? Am I stealing it in spoils of war, getting it? Did I say war? Go fight for your religion. Go fight for what I'm saying. Get me the spoils of war. I'm your general. I will do Allah and Muhammad, first me and my family members, and then the rest of you. And if someone lived in your religion, by your rules, child marriage, Surah divorce, Surah Talaq, Ayat 4 or 5, marrying adopted son's ex-wife, and contradictions. And this is the wisdom of Allah and what not nonsense. And if anyone criticizes you, you kill. Because you are Prophet Muhammad. What nonsense. Atheists are living peaceful lives. What's your problem? Sallu Habib. What is your problem now? What nonsense these Pakistanis. Majid Nawaz is a Pakistani? Original. This is what they've used, you know, to tell us that Americans are terrorists. I know these cunning, sly people. To live like what you say, it's very little money is needed. No doubt I am dependent on this money thing. But there have been Hindu saints and sadhus who have lived such with very little. Can I dismiss them? I'm saying I'm living a terrible life. Very needy for money, very this thing. Right? Maybe they're even testing me to see. They will show you, the Arabs will show you, they bring me, they will bring me down to my knees. In this weak condition where I'm, even if, little water's coming, I get all. So, are you going to blame the Hindus because I love Radharani? Because I am Radharani? Huh? And you don't see your own faults, but you pick on the weaknesses of other people. Keep picking on other people's weaknesses. अरे लानत है ऐसे मनी पे तुम लोगों के. Sallu Habibi, the money you Muslims are giving me in UAE, and then इससे अच्छा मौत बेहतर है. You know, I say kill yourself. If this Forcia allowed me, I would have committed suicide. I don't want to live a disgraceful life with you Arab Muslims giving me money and then rubbing it my weakness. You don't see your own faults, huh? Excuse me.